random chicken on my walk home. Hello, chicken. Hello, chicken. Where are you going? Don't go. Chicken, chicken. What is going on, YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you're interested in purchasing my book, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. It is available in ebook as well as paperback, and any proceeds go to charity. So I wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about the importance of being debt-free, how much debt really costs you, and how much those small luxuries really add up. Now, I'm not talking about a cup of coffee. I'm not talking about getting the expensive laundry detergent or the soap that you prefer, okay? Those are little purchases that are not really gonna make a huge dent in your wallet. But I wanna talk to you about big debt purchases and how much they cost you. It actually turns out to be several $1,000,000 over a lifetime. Now, first and foremost, as I am making this video, I went ahead and looked up the numbers, and the average cost of a house in the United States is now $428,000. And the average interest rate is 7%. Even with a 20% down payment, if you're doing a 30-year loan, you are paying $477,000 in interest. You are actually paying more in interest than you are for the house itself. That doesn't even include the principal. So your $428,000 house actually costs you $1,000,000. That's crazy, right? So if you look at it from another point of view, if you buy your house in cash up front and you save all of that interest, $477,000, and you invest it, not only do you have the $477,000 saved, those investments grow over time, and essentially they double every 10 years. So over a 30-year period, you're looking at $1.5 million that you would have saved. Now, a lot of people say, there's so many excuses in the book. There really are. I won't live in a house that's cheap. I can't move. My family lives here. My husband would kill me. I wasn't as lucky as you. Blah, 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 blah. I've paid for houses in cash twice in my lifetime. And I actually paid off my first house, which was given to me, but I took over the payments and I paid that off with my own money. So I've actually paid off 3 houses in a lifetime, and I'm only 41. So when people tell me that they can't do it, I can't listen. I'm sorry. I don't understand why you can't. So get a cheaper house, move to a cheaper location, whatever it takes, just do it. And anyone who says I can't do it, well, I can't understand you. I'm sorry. And then people who say I'm afraid of investing, well, you got to teach yourself how to invest and not be scared of it. Simple as that. When it comes to the next biggest thing, so your house purchase is going to be your biggest expense you've ever had in your life. The next one's going to be your car. So the average car as of right now is $44,584 at 4% for 70 months. That sounds a lot like 6 years. So over the course of that, at 4%, you're looking at paying $56.29 in interest. If you would have taken that $56.29 in interest, purchased your car in cash, over a 30-year period, you'd have $10,000, $20,000, $40,000. Hey, look at that, enough to pay for your car in cash. Again. Credit card. So the average, as I'm making this video, the average credit card is 16.65%. Average balance is $61.94. The average monthly payment is $173. Unfortunately, I could not find a calculator that would calculate. All it would calculate is the monthly payment. It would not give me the amount of interest that you would pay if you made the average payment of $173 per month. So if anybody can find a calculator that will calculate that, please put it in the comments below. I could not find it. So I do also want to go over a couple of things that have saved me a ton of money over time. Not just the house, not just paying for a car in cash or paying for a house in cash, but other things as well. Cable. Now, I still hear people who have cable. Some of them have decided to try an antenna or try a Roku box, but they continue to pay $150 a month in cable. And in my personal opinion, I actually think that streaming has a lot more to offer than cable does, and it's free. So $150 a month over a 10-year period is $18,000. I hope you like your Thursday night football. Car insurance. So I have liability only insurance. It's all I've ever had for my entire driving life for 25 years. I got my license when I was 16. And over 25 years, just by getting that, I have saved $100 a month. Over a 25-year period, I have saved $30,000. And you can bet that $30,000 got invested. So that $30,000 is actually $75,000 if you do the calculations, if it doubles every 10 years at this point. That's $75,000, and it's still going to go. In the next 10 years, it's going to be $150,000. In 10 years after that, when I'm 60 years old, it's going to be $300,000. That's the magic of compounding interest and how important it is to have money work in your favor with the interest instead of against your favor with the interest. It's a huge amount of money. My phone, about 4 years ago, I learned about Mint Mobile. Might be 3 years, but probably closer to 4. I learned about Mint Mobile and it's $15 a month. I was paying $75,000 a month. $75,000 a month. $75 per month. So saving $60, I actually put it at $50, but saving $50 a month over 4 years is $2,400. And again, I invested that difference. So the $2,400 over 4 years is probably about $3,600 at this point, approximately. So when you think about it, being debt-free over a lifetime is going to save you just in cash, just putting into a savings account, $500,000. But if you invest that over 40 years, from age 20 to 60, if you were to invest that same amount, let's take it down to 30 years. Take it down to 30 because maybe you're putting money in piece by piece. 30 years at $500,000. So 10 years is $1 million, 20 years is $2 million, 30 years is $4 million. So you actually save $4 million over your lifetime in today's dollars just by living debt-free and by making a couple of small choices with some of the purchases that you make. I'm not talking about cutting out coffee. I'm not talking about your laundry soap that you absolutely have to have Tide or Gain, whatever. Or the clothes that you absolutely have to have, the vacation that you must go on so that, all of your friends look at your photos. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about simple changes that do not change your lifestyle, really. And then people say, how am I supposed to save up enough money to buy a house? Well, first of all, you're probably looking at the $450,000 house. You're not looking at the $100,000 house or the $200,000 house that might be a couple hours away. Start there. Start with looking a couple of hours away from your family. Driving 2 hours for Christmas dinner isn't that bad. I speak from experience. Another thing is looking at staying at home as long as possible, but not taking advantage of your parents for doing that when you're young. Not taking advantage, helping them out with everything, saving every penny. Not just saying that you're saving every penny and going out to the bar every Friday night and going out for a cool weekend getaway, camping and fishing and hiking with all your buddies. Do the work. Take 2 years, work 2 full-time jobs, morning, noon till night, because I can tell you it's a lot easier to do when you're younger than you are when you're older. And don't just say you're saving that money. Save that money and put it towards a house. The average person makes about $40,000 a year. Have 2 full-time jobs, that's $80,000 a year. Use 10 to live on, $70,000 a year. In 2 years, you've got $140,000. Then look for that in your price range. Or even look in the $200,000 range, put $140,000 down, and then work for another 9 months to get that $60,000 and pay it off. Pay it off. It can be done. I have done it. I've done it many times. It can be done. I honestly don't care if you have to live in your car. If I had to do it all over again, and if I could not rely on my family to give me free rent, I would live in a minivan and work 2 full-time jobs for 2 or 3 years and pay for a house in cash. That is what I would do. And in fact, I would do that now if I didn't have any money or people to rely on. I would do that now. And it wouldn't really be a big deal to me. Just get a $10 Planet Fitness and cook at home on a single burner. It doesn't really seem like that bad of a life for me for the rewards that you get at the end. Yeah, you're sacrificing a whole lot up front, but the reward at the end is debt freedom, a house that's paid for, and the freedom to live your life. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out. Keep going. Oh. Keep going. Come on, Rocky. Come on. This way. Nope. This way.